As we grow older, many of us begin to notice subtle changes in our bodies. One of the most common yet overlooked changes is the gradual decline of balance. You may have experienced it yourself, holding onto the wall as you get dressed, feeling unsure when stepping off a curb or maybe taking shorter steps on uneven ground. These small shifts are often brushed off, dismissed as part of the natural aging process, but they signal something more significant. The truth is, balance doesn't disappear overnight. It's not something that is suddenly lost with one unfortunate fall. Instead, balance tends to erode quietly over time, often without us even realizing it. And what is even more surprising is that the majority of older adults lose their balance because of 5 specific mistakes that are entirely preventable. The good news is, once you recognize these common errors, you can take active steps to stop the decline, and in many cases, even reverse it. If you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, and you want to maintain your balance and stay steady on your feet without fear or hesitation, this information could be the key to preserving your independence and mobility. In this video, we will dive deep into the 5 critical mistakes that often steal balance from older adults. Each mistake may seem insignificant on its own, but when combined, they can gradually undermine your stability and confidence, ultimately affecting your freedom. You don't need to wait for a fall or a dangerous misstep to take action. By making simple changes today, you can regain control of your balance and prevent the fear of falling from taking over your life. The path to better balance is not about perfection, but about awareness and consistent, intentional effort. Stick around until the end, because we are not just pointing out the mistakes. You will also learn practical solutions to address each one. Mistake 1. Neglecting ankle and foot strength. When it comes to balance, most people naturally think about the brain, the nervous system, or even the hips as the key players. While these components are certainly involved in the balance equation, the true foundation of balance actually starts much lower, right in the feet and ankles. Your ankles are the first part of your body to respond when you encounter an imbalance, such as when you're walking on uneven surfaces, stepping off a curb, or losing your footing in any other way. But when the muscles in your feet and ankles are weak, this natural corrective response becomes slower and less effective, leading to wobbles, stumbles, and eventually falls. The truth is, many people, especially as they age, simply stop using their feet and ankles to their full potential. They wear shoes with thick soles, walk on flat, indoor surfaces most of the time, and avoid barefoot activities altogether. This lack of use contributes to weakened foot muscles and stiff, inflexible ankles, which are unable to react quickly enough to prevent a fall. George, a 76-year-old man, is an excellent example of how neglecting foot and ankle strength can lead to balance problems. George shared that although he hadn't sprained his ankle or had any significant injuries, he was starting to feel less steady on his feet. His vision was clear, and he thought his overall health was fine, but he found himself tripping more often. When I assessed his range of motion in his ankles, it was clear that they were extremely stiff. He had difficulty flexing his feet or moving his ankles through their full range of motion. We started with some simple exercises, foot circles, towel scrunches, and standing calf raises. And within just 2 weeks, George noticed a marked improvement. He was standing taller, moving with more confidence and experiencing fewer stumbles. "I never realized how much my feet mattered," George said, after seeing his progress. "Now I understand how important it is to keep them strong." It's common for older adults to ignore the importance of their feet and ankles, often dismissing the issue as something too minor to worry about. But when you think about it, your feet and ankles serve as the foundation for your entire body. They're responsible for absorbing shock, adjusting your posture, and keeping you upright when you're moving. Without strong feet and ankles, your body loses stability and balance, making falls much more likely. As you age, the muscles in your feet and ankles become weaker and less flexible. This happens because we typically stop using them as actively as we did when we were younger. In our youth, we were often barefoot or wore shoes that allowed for a wide range of movement. We walked on uneven surfaces, took part in outdoor activities, and engaged in physical activities that kept our feet strong and flexible. As we age, however, we tend to wear shoes with thick soles that limit foot movement, walk on smooth, flat surfaces, and avoid activities that challenge our balance. Over time, This lack of activity causes the muscles in our feet and ankles to weaken, leading to decreased flexibility and slower reactions when balance is challenged. One of the most effective ways to improve foot and ankle strength is to start using them more actively. It doesn't take fancy equipment or strenuous exercise routines. Just a few simple, mindful activities can make a world of difference. One of the easiest ways to start is by going barefoot on safe, cushioned surfaces like grass or carpet. Walking barefoot helps to engage the muscles in your feet, forcing them to work harder to stabilize your body. If you're unable to go barefoot, try rolling a small ball under your feet or using a foam roller to stretch out the muscles in your calves and ankles. Another great exercise is standing on your toes. Simply rise up onto your toes and hold for a few seconds, then lower back down. Repeat this movement several times a day to help strengthen the calf muscles, which play a key role in stabilizing your body. Over time, this simple exercise can improve both strength and flexibility in your feet and ankles. Standing calf raises are another useful exercise. Stand with your feet about hip-width apart and slowly raise your heels so that you are standing on the balls of your feet. Hold the position for several seconds before lowering your heels back down. This exercise helps build the muscles in your calves and ankles, improving your overall balance and stability. As you get stronger, you can increase the number of repetitions and try performing the exercise on one foot at a time to challenge yourself further. Another helpful exercise is towel scrunches. Sit in a chair with a towel placed flat on the floor in front of you. Use your toes to scrunch the towel toward you and then release it. This movement engages the muscles in your feet and toes, strengthening them and improving their coordination. It may seem like a simple exercise, but it can have a big impact on your foot strength over time. It's also important to focus on ankle flexibility. As we age, our joints naturally become stiffer, and this includes the ankles. To improve ankle flexibility, try simple ankle rolls. While sitting or standing, slowly rotate your ankles in circles, first clockwise and then counterclockwise. This movement helps increase the range of motion in your ankles and improves their ability to respond quickly when needed. By incorporating these exercises into your daily routine, you can improve the strength and flexibility of your feet and ankles, which in turn will help improve your overall balance. As your ankle and foot strength improves, you'll find it easier to recover from missteps, turn quickly, and change directions smoothly. Your posture will improve, and you'll feel more confident in your movements. Even small improvements in ankle and foot strength can make a big difference in your overall stability and mobility. Neglecting ankle and foot strength may seem like a minor issue, but it's often the first domino in a chain of balance problems. When your feet and ankles are weak, your entire body suffers and falls become much more likely. The good news is that it's never too late to start strengthening these muscles. By focusing on your feet and ankles, you're providing a solid foundation for the rest of your body, making it easier to stay steady, safe, and confident on your feet. Mistake 2. Avoiding balance training altogether. When it comes to maintaining balance, most people think that balance is something that just happens naturally. We often think that as long as we're walking around, doing our daily activities, our balance should take care of itself. The truth is, balance is not a passive ability. It's an active skill that requires practice and consistent training. If you don't actively challenge your balance, it will naturally decline over time, just like any other physical ability. One of the biggest mistakes older adults make is avoiding balance training altogether. There's a misconception that balance training is dangerous or too difficult for older people. But in reality, balance exercises are one of the most important and beneficial activities you can do for your body. They are not only crucial for improving your ability to move and maintain stability, but they can also enhance muscle coordination, flexibility, and brain function. Linda, a 73-year-old woman, had been avoiding balance exercises for years because she thought they were unnecessary. She felt that simply avoiding dangerous activities or unstable surfaces was enough to protect herself from falling. However, when we did a few simple balance drills, like standing with her feet close together or walking heel to toe down the hallway, she was shocked by how unstable she felt. "I had no idea I had lost so much," she said. "I thought I was being careful, but I've been playing it too safe." This is a common issue among older adults. They assume that being cautious and avoiding risky situations will keep them safe, But in reality, this only weakens their balance further. When we stop challenging our balance, we begin to lose the ability to adjust our body and movements quickly. Over time, this leads to a vicious cycle. The less we practice balance, the worse our balance becomes, and the more likely we are to experience a fall. Balance training doesn't have to be risky or complicated. It doesn't require expensive equipment or intense workouts. In fact, you can start with simple exercises that can be done at home or in a safe environment. One of the easiest exercises to try is standing on one foot. It may sound basic, but it's incredibly effective. Start by standing on one foot while brushing your teeth or waiting for the coffee to brew. Hold for a few seconds, and then switch legs. Gradually increase the time you stand on each foot to build strength and stability in your legs and core. Another simple exercise is walking heel to toe. This exercise challenges your ability to stay balanced while taking steps and strengthens the muscles in your legs and feet. You can practice this by walking in a straight line, placing your heel directly in front of the toes of your other foot. Do this slowly and carefully, paying attention to your balance. It's a simple yet powerful way to improve your coordination and stability. Tai Chi is another excellent option for balance training. It's a low-impact exercise that involves slow, deliberate movements, which helps improve flexibility, strength, and balance. Tai Chi has been shown to be particularly beneficial for older adults, as it helps reduce the risk of falls by improving balance, coordination, and muscle strength. You don't have to do all of these exercises every day, but incorporating them into your daily routine can have a significant impact on your balance over time. Even just 5 to 10 minutes of balance training a day can make a big difference in how steady and confident you feel on your feet. As your balance improves, you'll notice that you feel more stable, move with more confidence, and have fewer moments of hesitation or imbalance. Balance training isn't just about physical benefits. It also has emotional and psychological advantages. When you challenge your balance, you're not just strengthening your body, you're also building mental resilience and boosting your confidence. As you practice and improve, you'll feel more capable of handling life's challenges, which can positively impact other areas of your life as well. You'll find that you can navigate crowds more easily, reach for items on high shelves with less worry, and move through your day with greater ease. The key is to start small and gradually build up the difficulty of the exercises. Don't rush into complex movements or try to push yourself too hard. Balance training is about gradual progress and consistency. As you continue to challenge yourself, you'll develop a deeper awareness of your body's movements and how to maintain stability in various situations. By avoiding balance training, you are missing out on an opportunity to improve your overall mobility and independence. Instead of waiting for a fall to wake you up, start today by incorporating balance exercises into your routine. Even if you're in your 70s or 80s, you can still benefit from balance training. It's never too late to improve your balance and regain confidence in your movements. Mistake 3. Using improper or unstable footwear at home. One of the easiest and most common mistakes that older adults make is wearing the wrong kind of footwear, especially when they are at home. Many people, regardless of age, overlook the importance of proper footwear. But for older adults, it's especially crucial. The shoes you wear can have a significant impact on your balance, mobility, and overall safety. Improper footwear can contribute to instability, increase the risk of falls, and prevent you from reacting quickly when balance is compromised. The first mistake many people make is wearing slippers or shoes with no support. Slippers, in particular, are a major culprit. They are often made of soft materials, and they lack the arch support, stability, and grip needed to keep your feet stable. This makes it easy for your feet to slide around inside the slippers, which can lead to loss of balance. Similarly, socks can also contribute to falls, especially on slippery floors. Jack, 79, shared an experience that highlights the importance of proper footwear. He had been wearing socks around the house for years, without much thought to their effectiveness. One evening, he slipped on a rug and nearly fell. "It wasn't the rug," he said. "It was my socks." He hadn't realized how much traction he was losing by wearing slippery socks. After this incident, Jack made the decision to switch to slip-resistant socks, and he immediately felt more stable. The problem with slippers and socks is that they don't provide adequate support or traction, making it harder for your feet to maintain a stable grip on the ground. Shoes with thin soles or no grip at all don't allow your feet to make the necessary adjustments when you walk on different surfaces. When you wear shoes with high heels or too much cushioning, you also lose contact with the ground, which makes it more difficult for your brain to process changes in terrain. Wearing shoes with the proper fit and support is essential for maintaining balance and stability. The best footwear for older adults should have a firm sole, arch support, and non-slip properties. These shoes provide a solid foundation, giving your feet the traction they need to stay stable and react to changes in the environment. For example, a good pair of sneakers or shoes designed specifically for seniors can make all the difference. But it's not just about the shoes you wear outdoors. Indoor footwear is just as important. When walking around the house, you may think that socks or slippers are comfortable and sufficient, but they can actually be a huge risk. Non-slip house slippers or slip-resistant socks are ideal for indoor use. These options provide comfort and warmth while also ensuring you have the grip and support needed to stay stable. The goal is not just to wear shoes for looks or comfort, but to wear shoes that provide the proper support and stability for your feet. Shoes that offer good arch support and a flat sole allow your feet to stay in constant contact with the ground, giving your brain the feedback it needs to adjust your posture and balance. A small change in your footwear can make a huge difference in your ability to maintain balance. If you've been wearing unsupportive slippers or socks, consider switching to shoes with the proper support. Look for shoes that provide a good grip and stability, especially if you spend a lot of time walking around your home. You don't have to buy expensive shoes, but investing in a good pair of supportive shoes can help keep you steady on your feet and prevent falls. If you're unsure about which shoes are best for you, consider consulting a specialist or visiting a store that specializes in footwear for older adults. A professional can help you find shoes that fit well, provide the right support, and help you maintain your balance. Remember, your feet are the foundation of your balance, and the right footwear can provide the stability you need to move confidently and safely. Mistake 4. Over-reliance on furniture or walls for support. As we age, it's natural to become more cautious. We may find ourselves avoiding certain activities that seem risky, such as reaching for something high on a shelf, walking on uneven surfaces, or moving quickly in any direction. It's common to rely on nearby furniture or walls for support when walking around the house. Many older adults think that holding onto these objects provides safety and stability. However, this reliance can actually be one of the worst things you can do for your balance in the long run. The more we lean on external support, whether it's a railing, the back of a chair, or the wall, the weaker our balance becomes. This is because we are preventing our body from using the muscles and reflexes needed to stabilize itself. Each time we lean on furniture or grab onto a wall for support, we're telling our body, "I don't trust you to keep me steady." Over time, this weakens the muscles that are responsible for balance, specifically the muscles in the legs, hips, and core. As these muscles become weaker, our ability to maintain balance naturally diminishes. Sarah, a 75-year-old woman, had been using a cane for years to get around her house. While she thought it was a helpful tool, she soon realized that the cane had become her primary source of stability, not just a walking aid. One day she realized how much she had come to depend on external objects for support when walking. We worked together on exercises that encouraged her to walk without holding on to anything. As Sarah practiced walking without the cane, her confidence grew. "I didn't realize how much I was relying on the walls," she said. "Now I can move more freely." What Sarah experienced is very common. Over time, we may rely on external support because it feels safer, but it's actually hindering our balance. When we rely on objects for support, our muscles stop working as hard. This leads to muscle atrophy and decreased strength in the very muscles that are supposed to keep us upright. As a result, our balance becomes less reliable, and we are at a higher risk of falling when external support is unavailable or not enough. It's essential to gradually wean yourself off the habit of leaning on furniture, walls, or canes for support. This doesn't mean you should give up your cane or other mobility aids completely, especially if you have specific needs. But you should work towards becoming less reliant on them in situations where it is safe to do so. The goal is to encourage your body to rely on its own muscles and reflexes for stability. Start by practicing walking without holding on to anything for short distances. Try walking across your living room without grabbing the couch or a table. In the beginning, this might feel intimidating, but as you practice, you'll build strength and confidence in your body's ability to keep you steady. As you progress, you can gradually increase the distance you walk without support. This will help you regain trust in your body and improve your overall balance. To build strength and stability in the muscles that support your balance, incorporate exercises that target your core, legs, and hips. For example, standing on one leg for a few seconds at a time can help improve your stability and reinforce the muscles responsible for balance. As you practice these exercises, you'll find that your body becomes more responsive to sudden shifts in movement, and you'll be able to walk more confidently and steadily. Another helpful practice is to perform balance drills while standing with your feet close together, then with your eyes closed, or while shifting your weight from one leg to the other. These small challenges will teach your body how to stabilize itself without the need for external support. Over time, your body will strengthen its natural ability to balance, and you'll find that you need less help from furniture or walls. When you begin to walk without relying on objects, you're not just strengthening your muscles, you're also building mental resilience. Every time you move without holding on to anything, you're telling your brain that it can trust your body again. This shift in mindset is just as important as the physical improvement. As your muscles become stronger and your balance improves, you'll feel more confident in your ability to move through the world. It is important to note that if you are at a higher risk of falling or have been told to use mobility aids by a doctor, you should always follow your doctor's advice. But for those who are able to, reducing reliance on external support can significantly improve balance and overall stability. It's about gradually training your body to regain its natural sense of balance. Mistake 5. Ignoring vision and inner ear health. As we age, our bodies go through various changes, and many of these changes affect our balance in ways that we don't always notice at first. While most people are aware of how vision can affect balance, fewer realize that inner ear health plays an equally critical role in maintaining stability. The inner ear, specifically the vestibular system, is responsible for detecting changes in our head position and motion, sending vital information to the brain to help us keep our balance. When this system starts to decline with age, it can lead to dizziness, vertigo, and difficulty maintaining steady posture. Your vision and the vestibular system in your inner ear are both key players in your body's ability to sense and adjust to movement. If either of these systems is compromised, it can become much harder for your brain to process where your body is in space, leading to a higher risk of imbalance and falls. Unfortunately, many older adults don't realize that declining vision and inner ear health are significant contributors to their balance problems. Tom, an 80-year-old man, is an example of someone who unknowingly suffered from poor vision and inner ear health. Tom had always been an active person, enjoying outdoor walks and exercising regularly. However, in recent months, he began to notice that he was stumbling more frequently, especially when walking outside or in unfamiliar areas. At first, he attributed it to aging, thinking it was just a normal part of getting older. However, after visiting an eye doctor, he discovered that he had significant vision issues that were making it difficult for him to judge distances and navigate uneven ground. Additionally, his inner ear health had declined, which made it harder for him to sense changes in his balance. Once Tom addressed these issues, he saw a dramatic improvement in his balance. He got new glasses and started wearing a hearing aid, which helped him navigate the world with more ease and confidence. "I never realized how much I was missing," Tom said. "Once I could see and hear better, I felt like I had my balance back." For Tom, the solution wasn't complicated. Regular eye exams and addressing hearing loss helped him significantly improve his balance and reduce his risk of falling. Unfortunately, many older adults don't seek help for their vision or hearing problems, often accepting gradual decline as part of aging. They may not realize that treating these issues can make a world of difference in their ability to maintain balance. Vision plays a fundamental role in balance. When we walk, our eyes help us perceive the environment around us and adjust our movements accordingly. Poor vision, whether from cataracts, macular degeneration, or other age-related issues, can make it difficult to see changes in terrain or obstacles in our path. This can result in hesitation, missteps, and ultimately falls. Regular eye exams are essential, especially as we age, to ensure that we're addressing any issues that could affect our balance. Similarly, the inner ear is a critical component in maintaining balance. The vestibular system, located in the inner ear, detects head movement and provides feedback to the brain about our body's position in space. When this system starts to decline, it can lead to feelings of dizziness, vertigo, and an increased risk of falls. Vestibular issues are often overlooked, and many people simply dismiss dizziness as a normal part of aging. However, if you experience dizziness, vertigo, or unsteadiness, it is important to consult a specialist who can assess your inner ear health and recommend treatments to improve your balance. If you have vision problems or experience dizziness, don't wait for it to get worse. Regular eye exams and hearing checks are crucial for identifying any issues that may be affecting your balance. Addressing these problems early can help you maintain your independence and prevent falls. In addition to seeking professional help for your vision and hearing, there are also simple exercises you can do to improve your balance. For example, standing with your feet close together and closing your eyes for a few seconds can help train your brain to rely more on your sense of balance rather than your vision. Practicing balance drills like these can help strengthen your inner ear system and improve your body's ability to adjust to changes in position. By addressing both your vision and inner ear health, you're giving yourself the best possible chance to stay steady and independent. Don't wait until a fall or an accident forces you to take action. Start taking care of your eyes and ears today, so that you can continue to live your life with confidence and stability. Mistake 6. Avoiding physical activity and exercise. One of the most common and most damaging mistakes that older adults make when it comes to maintaining balance is avoiding physical activity altogether. While it might seem counterintuitive, how can moving your body possibly make you steadier on your feet? The truth is that regular physical activity and exercise are among the most effective ways to improve balance, strength, and overall stability. As we age, it becomes easier to slip into a sedentary lifestyle. We may feel less motivated to engage in physical activities, whether due to joint pain, fear of injury, or simply not feeling as energetic as we once did. But avoiding exercise is a surefire way to lose the muscle strength and flexibility that are critical to maintaining good balance. Without regular movement, our muscles become weaker, our joints stiffer, and our overall coordination deteriorates. This increases the risk of falls and makes it harder to regain balance when we do lose our footing. Patricia, a 72-year-old woman, is an example of someone who fell into the trap of avoiding physical activity. She used to love hiking and walking, but over the years she became less active, mostly due to knee pain. "I didn't want to hurt myself more, so I just stopped moving as much," she explained. However, as she became less active, she noticed her balance starting to decline. Her confidence began to waver, and she found herself relying more on furniture and walls for support. When Patricia came to me for advice, I explained that the key to maintaining her balance wasn't avoiding activity, but rather modifying it to suit her current abilities. We started with simple low-impact exercises, such as gentle walking, light stretching, and balance training exercises. Over time, Patricia began to notice a significant improvement in her balance. She was able to walk further without relying on furniture for support, and she felt more confident in her movements. This experience highlights an important truth. Avoiding exercise will not protect you from injury or instability. In fact, it does the opposite. The muscles that keep us balanced, especially in the core, legs, and hips, become weaker and less responsive without regular use. To keep your body strong and stable, you need to keep moving, even if it's at a slower pace or in smaller increments. Exercise doesn't have to be intense or strenuous to be effective. In fact, some of the most beneficial exercises for older adults are low-impact activities that focus on improving strength, flexibility, and balance. Walking, swimming, and cycling are excellent cardiovascular exercises that help build endurance and improve coordination. Yoga and Pilates can increase flexibility and strengthen the core, while strength training exercises help build muscle and bone density. Even if you're not able to do high-impact activities, it's still important to find ways to stay active. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity per week, along with strength-building exercises twice a week. This doesn't have to be overwhelming. It can be as simple as taking a brisk walk for 30 minutes a few times a week, or doing a short yoga session every morning. The key is consistency. In addition to the physical benefits, regular exercise can also have a positive impact on your mental and emotional well-being. Exercise releases endorphins, which are chemicals in the brain that help improve mood and reduce stress. It can also boost your energy levels, improve your sleep, and increase your overall sense of well-being. For older adults, exercise is a powerful tool for maintaining independence and quality of life. One common concern for older adults is the fear of injury during exercise. However, the benefits of exercise far outweigh the risks, especially when you start at a level that is appropriate for your fitness level. Begin with activities that feel safe and manageable, and gradually increase the intensity as your strength and balance improve. For example, you could start with gentle stretching or seated exercises and work your way up to more challenging activities like walking or light strength training. Always listen to your body, and if you're unsure about what exercises are best for you, consult with a healthcare provider or fitness professional who specializes in working with older adults. The bottom line is that avoiding physical activity and exercise is one of the most damaging things you can do for your balance. While it's natural to feel less motivated to move as we age, staying active is crucial for maintaining balance, strength, and independence. Regular exercise can improve your posture, coordination, and muscle strength, helping you stay steady on your feet and prevent falls. Mistake 7. Not prioritizing regular checkups and healthcare. When it comes to maintaining balance and preventing falls, many older adults neglect one of the most important aspects: regular health checkups. As we age, it's easy to fall into the mindset of thinking that some issues, such as slight dizziness, joint pain, or mild instability, are just a normal part of getting older. However, the truth is that these issues often indicate underlying health problems that can be corrected or managed with medical intervention. By neglecting regular checkups, you may be overlooking crucial health problems that are silently contributing to your balance issues. Regular checkups and health screenings are essential for identifying potential problems with your vision, hearing, circulation, and musculoskeletal health, all of which play vital roles in maintaining balance. For example, many older adults experience hearing loss or inner ear problems, which can lead to dizziness, vertigo, or difficulty processing the brain's balance signals. However, these issues often go unaddressed because people don't realize how much they are affecting their balance. Another key aspect is the musculoskeletal system. As we age, our bones and joints naturally become less flexible and more prone to injury. Conditions like arthritis, osteoporosis, and joint degeneration can severely affect your balance and stability. By visiting a healthcare professional regularly, you can catch these conditions early and prevent them from becoming more debilitating. In some cases, physical therapy or medication can help manage pain, improve mobility, and restore balance. Samantha, a 78-year-old woman, experienced what many older adults do. She didn't think her balance problems were significant enough to warrant a Dr. S visit. She had started feeling dizzy on occasion, but she simply thought it was just part of aging. However, after a fall that resulted in a sprained ankle, Samantha decided to see a doctor. The doctor performed a series of tests and discovered that she had significant ear problems affecting her balance. She also had early-stage osteoarthritis in her knees, which made her movements less stable. After starting a treatment plan that included medication for her joint pain and physical therapy to address her ear issues, Samantha experienced a dramatic improvement in her balance. She was able to move more freely without the constant fear of falling, and she was also able to walk longer distances without discomfort. This experience underscores the importance of not ignoring health symptoms, even if they seem minor. Balance issues are often the result of multiple factors, including poor vision, muscle weakness, joint pain, and circulatory problems. If left untreated, these issues can worsen over time, leading to an increased risk of falls and loss of independence. One of the most important aspects of managing your health as you age is being proactive about regular checkups. It's not just about seeing your primary care doctor once a year. It is about ensuring that you are getting the screenings and tests that are specific to your age and health needs. For example, regular eye exams, hearing tests, blood pressure monitoring, and bone density scans are all important for identifying potential issues that can affect your balance. In addition to seeing your general practitioner, it may be beneficial to consult with specialists such as an audiologist for hearing problems, a rheumatologist for joint issues, or a physical therapist for balance and strength training. These specialists can provide targeted care that addresses specific aspects of your health, ultimately improving your overall balance and reducing the risk of falls. If you're unsure about what screenings or checkups are necessary for your age and health, don't hesitate to ask your doctor for guidance. They can help you understand which tests are appropriate and when you should schedule them. For example, you may need more frequent checkups as you age to monitor chronic conditions, such as high blood pressure or diabetes, that can affect your circulation and overall balance. Mistake 8. Relying too much on medication. As we age, it's common for older adults to begin relying on medications to manage various health conditions. These medications can be incredibly helpful in controlling symptoms and improving overall quality of life. However, one of the most common mistakes older adults make is relying too heavily on medication as a solution for balance problems and neglecting other methods of improving stability. While medications can certainly play a role in treating certain conditions, they should not be the only tool in your toolbox when it comes to maintaining balance. For many older adults, medications such as sedatives, blood pressure medications, antidepressants, and painkillers are often prescribed to manage age-related health issues. However, these medications can have side effects that contribute to balance problems. For example, sedatives and sleeping pills can cause dizziness and drowsiness, which increase the risk of falls. Painkillers can mask discomfort and delay the body's natural warning signals, making it harder to detect when you are losing your balance or stability. Similarly, blood pressure medications can lower blood pressure too much, leading to lightheadedness and a higher likelihood of losing balance. James, a 70-year-old man, had been on medication for high blood pressure and pain relief due to arthritis for several years. While these medications helped control his symptoms, he started to notice that his balance was becoming increasingly unstable. He found himself feeling dizzy when standing up too quickly and had difficulty walking without hesitation. James was frustrated because he didn't understand why his balance had deteriorated so much, especially when he was taking medication for his health problems. When we reviewed James's medication regimen, it became clear that some of the medications he was taking were contributing to his balance issues. The combination of high blood pressure medications and painkillers was causing his blood pressure to drop suddenly, which led to dizziness and instability. After discussing the situation with his doctor, James was able to adjust his medication plan. By switching to a different pain management strategy and using blood pressure medication more cautiously, James began to see an improvement in his balance. He was also encouraged to engage in physical therapy to strengthen the muscles that supported his balance. James's experience highlights an important point. Medications, while necessary, can sometimes contribute to balance issues, especially when combined with other medications or when not carefully monitored. It is crucial to consult with your doctor regularly to ensure that the medications you retaking are not affecting your stability. If you notice dizziness, lightheadedness, or any other symptoms that affect your balance, be sure to report them to your healthcare provider so that adjustments can be made. Relying too much on medications without addressing the root cause of balance problems can also lead to a lack of exercise and physical activity. Medications can help manage symptoms, but they cannot replace the need for a healthy lifestyle. Regular physical activity, proper nutrition, and a focus on strengthening your muscles and improving flexibility are essential components of maintaining good balance. Medication should be seen as part of an overall strategy to maintain health, not as a complete solution. In addition to adjusting your medications, it's also important to incorporate non-pharmaceutical approaches to balance improvement. For example, physical therapy can help strengthen the muscles responsible for stability and improve coordination. Balance exercises such as standing on one foot or walking heel to toe are simple but effective ways to improve your balance. Tai Chi and yoga are also excellent options for older adults to improve flexibility, coordination and balance, while reducing stress and improving mental clarity. If you're concerned about the effects of your medications on your balance, talk to your doctor. Don't stop taking any prescribed medications without consulting with your healthcare provider first. Your doctor can work with you to find the best treatment plan that balances medication with lifestyle changes to improve your overall health and stability. It is important to remember that balance is a complex process that involves multiple systems in the body, including muscles, joints, nerves, and the brain. Medications can be one piece of the puzzle, but they are not the sole solution. To truly maintain good balance, you need to take a holistic approach that includes physical activity, proper nutrition, mental stimulation, and regular medical checkups. By taking control of your health in a comprehensive way, you can maintain your independence and enjoy a higher quality of life as you age. Mistake 9. Not paying attention to diet and hydration. As we age, we often become more focused on staying physically active, taking medications, and attending doctor's appointments. However, one of the most overlooked but critical factors in maintaining balance is proper nutrition and hydration. The food we eat and the fluids we drink have a direct impact on our overall health, including our ability to maintain balance. Inadequate nutrition or dehydration can lead to muscle weakness, fatigue, dizziness, and an increased risk of falls. The importance of hydration cannot be overstated. As we get older, our sense of thirst naturally diminishes, and we may not feel as thirsty as we once did. This can lead to dehydration, even without realizing it. Dehydration can cause dizziness, confusion, weakness, and difficulty maintaining stability. When we don't drink enough water, our muscles become more prone to cramping, which can interfere with balance and coordination. John, a 75-year-old man, had always been active and healthy. However, over the last few months, he began to feel more fatigued and noticed that his balance was off. He had difficulty walking long distances and found himself feeling lightheaded when standing up too quickly. After discussing his symptoms with his doctor, it was discovered that John was chronically dehydrated, despite drinking fluids throughout the day. His doctor explained that as we age, our bodies are less efficient at retaining water, which makes it easier to become dehydrated. John's doctor recommended that he increase his water intake and pay closer attention to his diet. In addition to staying hydrated, John needed to ensure he was consuming enough electrolytes such as potassium and magnesium, which help regulate muscle function. His doctor also suggested incorporating more fruits and vegetables into his diet, as they are rich in essential nutrients that support healthy muscles and bones. After making these adjustments, John began to feel significantly better. He had more energy, his balance improved, and he no longer felt dizzy when standing up. He was surprised by how much of an impact proper hydration and nutrition had on his overall well-being. "I had no idea that dehydration could affect my balance like that," he said. "I thought I was drinking enough water, but I wasn't." Proper hydration and a balanced diet are essential for maintaining good health, especially as we age. Our bodies require a variety of nutrients to function properly, including vitamins, minerals, protein, and healthy fats. Nutrient-dense foods such as leafy greens, fruits, whole grains, and lean proteins help support muscle strength, bone density, and overall coordination. If you're not getting enough of these nutrients, your muscles may become weaker and your bones more brittle, which can lead to balance problems. In addition to staying hydrated and eating a nutrient-rich diet, it is also important to be mindful of certain foods and beverages that can negatively affect your balance. For example, excessive caffeine or alcohol can dehydrate the body, impair coordination, and contribute to dizziness or lightheadedness. High sugar foods can cause blood sugar spikes and crashes, leading to energy fluctuations and affecting your ability to stay steady on your feet. It's important to consume these foods in moderation and focus on a balanced whole food diet that provides the nutrients your body needs to stay strong and stable. As we age, it becomes even more important to monitor our hydration and nutrition levels. If you are unsure about how much water or what types of foods you should be eating to support your balance, consider consulting a nutritionist or healthcare provider. They can help you create a plan that meets your specific health needs and ensures you are getting the right nutrients to support your overall well-being. By prioritizing hydration and nutrition, you can support your body's ability to maintain balance, improve muscle strength, and reduce the risk of falls. Proper nutrition and hydration aren't just about eating healthy meals. They're about fueling your body to perform at its best, helping you stay steady on your feet and continue enjoying life to the fullest. Mistake 10. Avoiding social interaction and mental stimulation. As we age, one of the most profound changes that can affect our balance is the gradual decline in social interaction and mental stimulation. It may seem like balance is purely a physical issue, but in reality, our mental and emotional well-being play a critical role in maintaining stability. Many older adults, especially those living alone or dealing with health problems, tend to withdraw socially. They may feel isolated, disconnected, or overwhelmed by the demands of daily life, which can lead to depression, anxiety, and a lack of motivation to stay active. This lack of engagement with the outside world can significantly impact their balance, mobility, and overall health. The connection between mental health and balance is rooted in the way our brain processes information. Our brain relies on multiple systems to maintain balance, including our vision, inner ear, muscles, and joints. But mental health also plays an important role. Cognitive decline, depression, and anxiety can impair the brain's ability to integrate and process information from these systems, leading to difficulties with coordination and balance. For example, when someone is feeling anxious or depressed, they may have difficulty focusing on their movements or reacting quickly to changes in their environment, increasing the likelihood of falls. Margaret, a 72-year-old woman, experienced firsthand the negative effects of social isolation on her balance. Margaret had always been an active person who loved spending time with friends and family. However, after the death of her husband, she began to withdraw from social activities. She didn't feel like leaving the house anymore and found it increasingly difficult to engage in her usual hobbies. Over time, Margaret started to notice her balance worsening. She felt more unsteady when walking, and she began avoiding going out because she was afraid of falling. When Margaret sought help, we discussed the impact that social isolation and depression were having on her mental and physical health. It turned out that her lack of social interaction was contributing to a decline in her cognitive function, which was affecting her coordination and ability to maintain balance. We worked together to help Margaret reconnect with her social circle, starting with small steps. She began attending weekly social gatherings, joining a local book club, and reconnecting with old friends. As she re-engaged with the world around her, Margaret's mental health improved, and she began to notice significant improvements in her balance. Margaret's story highlights the importance of mental and emotional well-being in maintaining physical balance. Social interaction and mental stimulation can help keep the brain sharp, reduce feelings of loneliness, and improve mood. When we engage in meaningful social activities, we stimulate our minds and keep our cognitive function intact. This cognitive stimulation is essential for maintaining coordination, reaction times, and balance. In addition to social interaction, mental exercises are also critical for maintaining balance. Regularly engaging in activities that challenge the brain, such as puzzles, reading, learning new skills, or even playing games, can help preserve cognitive function and keep the mind active. The brain and body are connected in ways we often don't realize, and by stimulating the brain, we can enhance our ability to react to changes in our environment, maintain focus, and improve our balance. For older adults, staying mentally active and socially engaged is just as important as staying physically active. Loneliness and depression can worsen physical health by impairing the brain's ability to coordinate and process sensory information. By making social interaction and mental stimulation a priority, older adults can improve not only their emotional well-being, but also their physical health and balance. If you feel isolated or disconnected, consider reaching out to friends, family, or local community groups. Even small social interactions can have a profound impact on your mental and physical health. It doesn't have to be a large gathering or event. Something as simple as a phone call with a loved one or attending a local hobby group can help combat feelings of loneliness and improve your cognitive function. Additionally, engaging in activities that provide mental stimulation can help keep the mind sharp. Try to incorporate brain-challenging exercises into your daily routine, whether it's through reading, solving puzzles, or learning something new. By keeping the mind active, you are also keeping your balance sharp. As we've explored throughout this story, balance is much more than just a physical skill. It involves our physical, mental, and emotional well-being, and how all of these aspects work together to keep us steady, strong, and independent. The common mistakes we've discussed are not only preventable but reversible. The most important takeaway is that balance isn't a matter of luck or something that simply fades with age. It is something we can actively work to maintain. The key to maintaining balance as we age lies in awareness, consistency, and a willingness to adapt. Simple lifestyle changes such as staying hydrated, eating nutrient-rich foods, incorporating balance exercises into your routine, addressing health issues early, and seeking mental stimulation can all make a huge difference in your quality of life. It's never too late to make these adjustments. Even if you've been struggling with balance for years, it's possible to improve and even regain stability. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, it is never too late to prioritize your health and take the necessary steps to ensure that you continue to move through life with confidence. By focusing on small, consistent changes, you can enjoy the freedom of staying steady on your feet, whether you're walking with friends, playing with grandchildren, or simply enjoying a quiet stroll in the park. It is about more than just preventing falls. It is about embracing a lifestyle that empowers you to continue living fully, without fear or hesitation. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I encourage you to take action today, not only for your balance, but for your overall health and well-being. Stay steady, stay strong, and remember, your best years are ahead of you.